Welcome to the Mark Janard Show, the cybersecurity show. Now, the FBI warns of more election chaos in 2024. FBI Director Christopher Wray says that, to have confidence in the American election system, but to expect ongoing information warfare, pointing to China as, the most formidable threat actor. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm going to break down this story. We're going dark. So this is the International Conference of Cybersecurity in New York. Now, the infrastructure in place to defend against efforts to illegally change the outcome of the 2024 election is resilient, but expect chaos to election day. That was the message of FBI Director Christopher Wray, speaking with General Paul Nakasone, who's the director of the National Security Agency at Fordham University's International Conference on Cybersecurity. Here's a statement. Now, here's what was said. So, Americans can and should have confidence in our election system, Wray said. The other part, though, is the chaos, and the ability to generate chaos is very much part of the playbook that some of the foreign adversaries engage in, and there is the potential, if not if we're not all collectively on guard, that chaos can ensue at varying levels. Now, the chaos Wray referred to will mirror previous election seasons where foreign threat actors used the internet to spread misinformation with deepfakes and attempted to hack into systems. During every national election since 2018, the number of threat actors and national states trying to interfere with US elections has risen, Wray acknowledged. Besides the intensified threat landscape, there are more sophisticated techniques. Attempts to interfere with elections using information warfare is nothing new, Wray noted. But what has changed in recent years is the number of countries that have joined the fray. Meanwhile, those with the most interest in doing so, like China, Russia, and Iran, are upping their game. Asked whether Russia has been distracted by war in Ukraine and therefore putting less effort into interfering in the US election, Wray said the opposite is the case. This is a statement. If anything, you could make the argument that their focus on Ukraine has increased their desire to focus on trying to shape how we think about issues, because US policy on Ukraine is something that obviously matters deeply to their utterly unprovoked and outrageous invasion of Ukraine. Now, the weight of China. China is by far the most formidable adversary when it comes to cyber warfare, armed with larger hacking program than every other major nation combined, according to Wray. Hackers from China have stolen more of Americans' personal and corporate data than actors from every other country put together, he added. So, building partnerships in government and private sector. So the qualitative advantage is the outgrowth of Wray and Nakasone's working more closely in recent years to enhance collaboration among the two top law enforcement agencies, closer partnerships among agencies including Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, and the Department of Homeland Security. State election officials and private industry have become exponentially more sophisticated and effective than they were with each prior election cycle, Wray said. We are, in that sense, much more on guard than we were in earlier cycles, so that the threats are more challenging, but the defense is better. Everybody's raising their game, right? In 2020, the NSA launched the Cybersecurity Collaboration Center, designed to bolster the nation's threat detection capabilities and an ability to gain insights into what US adversaries were doing. So that's how we get to scale, Nakasone said. Now, Rob Joyce, the NSA's Director of Cybersecurity, emphasized that effort in a separate session at the ICCS conference, noting that the center started up at the beginning of the pandemic with one partner and has grown to 400. So that is that story. What cyber attack do you think is we have to be most on guard for 2024 in regards to this story? Please let me know in the comment section below. I think it's the hacking of accounts and phishing. I think it's that. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell. I appreciate your viewership and see you on the next video.